This is my turn. So full disclosure, this is a new piece. Yeah. No, I'm good. This is a new piece. I tried really hard to memorize it earlier today. And I'm not pulling out my phone because I don't want to give myself the crutch. So if I mess up, just bear with me. And just a little bit of an intro. So this poem was partially influenced actually by I think it was the open mic that happened in partnership with the mental health and advocacy awareness that happened here not too long ago. Anyways, it was inspired by poets like yourselves who took the stage, and I was in the audience, and I was like, wow. So yeah, and this poem is called Poet. Bismillah. This is my poet poem, and I'm the poem's poet. And you too are a poet, yes, even if you don't know it yet. See, this is for the backspaces and eraser marks, the dull pencils and the razor sharp, the poems that you thought would be done years ago but ended up getting a later start. This is for the words that make Trailer Park look state of art. This is the state of art. Sitting in a cable car in your mind, I can find Cain and Abel spar with the devil close with hellish hopes to perturb your stable heart. And the fable starts when he convinces you to keep yourself close and your neighbor far, and you play the part. This is the fight inside with the fate of scars that leave such scratch marks on your pads they make your table spark. This is for writer's block. Or more like a writer's strike inside you, a writer's blockade, not allowing the aid of fresh ideas and supplies through in order to hide you. But you see, I need to inspire me before I can inspire you. You see, I wrote because I felt writing was my obligation until writing was my occupation. So I write, but I'm not satisfied with it. Maybe not gratified with it. Like I got the fish fillet and fries, but I need the apple pie with it. Because everyone's seeing the 9 to 5. Everyone's seeing the 9 to 5, but no one's seeing the 5 to 9. The grind, the time spent in exile, the hours spent on your craft and only for you to not feel it like textiles. But I'd rather work on my craft than work every day at casinos, gambling away my hopes and dreams for the promise of a little payout. But I'd rather work at my craft than work every day at casinos, gambling away my hopes and dreams for the hopes of a little payout. See, when your innards are inert, you die a slow death of stagnation. When you're far too lethargic to find your mode of catharsis, so you wallow in hardship and swallow your artist, so you're full but he's starving and he's pulling your heartstrings. As you're quelling his barking, he's embedding a carving on the walls of your heart on behalf of your offspring that says, is a lost potential not punishment enough? No, you write because someone died so that you could. You write because words will be heard long after the last breaths of the ones that uttered them, and words of hate will disappear into the night more softly than the voices that muttered them. You write for all those moments when your passion consumes you whole, spits you out and cleans the bones, when every hair on your body stands up on end and screams a story of your life, which even you at times struggle to comprehend. So this is your coming into your own poem. This is your I belong poem, your it's my journey, I just want y'all to come along poem. You are a poet, yes, even if you don't know it yet. And your hands only tremble when you share because the words you speak are bigger than you. Because the history you evoke is older than you. Because you are but a vessel just strong enough to bring forth the words that you speak. Because to stand in these shoes is to stand on a peak, shooting words like arrows on behalf of the weak. Your voice is the reason that tyrants lose sleep. Your silence the reason that violence repeats. Let the cries of the voiceless beat fire at your feet. Let I be the powder that ignites in your cheeks. So your saliva, the kerosene that lights up your speech. spitting flames from your lungs louder than tires that screech. This is where I get stuck. Spitting flames from your lungs louder than tires that screech. Let me check. Goodness. Okay, got it. So when the steps to the stage look more like a mountain, and the mic looks like its peak, and you feel that the slightest misstep may spell your defeat and leave you deceased, know, poet, that you don't use instrumentals. The mic is your instrument, and your words are instrumental. The stage is your home. Not for you to live lavishly in your poem, but for you to invite in the stories of those long ignored, those that belong. See, when injustice is the mortar and oppression is the bricks, and the backbones to your homes are more feeble than stones and sticks, your problem is way past structural, way past cultural. Families have been built and destroyed on this. It's already personal. Hate is an heirloom older than your Victorian furniture. So call the landscapers, call the renovators. This needs to be rebuilt from the ground up. Elevator. These wounds run deep. Excavator. Build within these walls halls that bear the names of all who fall for this cause, and perhaps in place of the Franklins and Fords, we'll find yours. Thank you. Okay.